Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Tier 1 Cards and Games in Anchorage, Alaska, where I will be fighting a 2,000-point 8th edition battle report between my Dark Angels and Ben's Adeptus Mechanicus. So the story that we've got going on here is that this force of Adeptus Mechanicus had stopped responding to calls from Mars to report back on the findings that they had been sent out to go look for. And the closest force, Imperium force in the area was the Dark Angels. So they were sent in to go find out if their communications were down, if it was warp storm interference or whatnot. So they sent in a force to go find out. They went in force because you never go into an unknown situation unawares. And when they landed, they came under fire from the Ad Mech forces, and the battle ensued. So we will be playing the No Mercy rule, which is basically kill points. The No Mercy missions. That's basically kill points. That is the story that we've got going on here. Before we go any further, let's show you the two armies that will be fighting it out today. So for the Dark Angels, I'll be running a battalion detachment. Leading off that detachment from left to right, I have a Librarian with a Force Axe. I have a Tech Marine with a Power Axe and a Servo Arm. And I have a Librarian with a Force Sword. We have 6 5-man tactical squads, 1 with a heavy bolter, 1 with a grav cannon, 1 with a flamer, 1 with a meltagun, 1 with a plasma gun, and 1 with a las cannon. We have an apothecary and a vindicator assassin. We have a 5-man devastator squad with 4 plasma cannons. We have a 5-man hellblaster squad. We have a venerable dreadnought with an assault cannon, power fist, and heavy flamer. We have 2 separate land speeders, one with a heavy bolter and assault cannon, the other with a heavy flamer. We have 2 separate razorbacks, one with twin las cannons and one with twin assault cannons. And last but not least, we have a land speeder Vengeance with an assault cannon. And then for the Adeptus Mechanicus Cult of the Infinite Cog, he will be running a brigade detachment and an auxiliary detachment. Leading off the brigade detachment here, we have 3 Tech Priest Dominuses, each with a Macro Stubber, each with a Volkite Blaster, and each with an Omniscient Axe. We have a 3-man squad of Cataphron Destroyers with Cognis Flamers and Plasma Culverin. We have 3 squads of 5 Skitarii Vanguard, 1 with a Power Sword and 2 Arc Rifles, 1 with an Arc Maul and a Plasma Caliver, and a 3rd with a Plasma Caliver. Then we have a 6-man squad of Skitarii Rangers with 2 Transuranic Arquebuses, and a 5-man squad of Skitarii Rangers with an Arc Rifle and a Plasma Caliver and an Arc Maul. We have a 5-man squad of Sicaran Infiltrators with Power Swords and Stub Carbines. We have a 5-man squad of Corpuscari Electro Priests and a 5-man squad of Fulgurite Electro Priests. We have 3 separate Sidonian Dragoons with Taser Lances and Phosphor Serpenta. We have 3 separate Onager Dune Crawlers, 1 with an Eradicator Beamer and Cognis Heavy Stubber, and 2 with Neutron Laser and 2 Cognis Heavy Stubber. And last but not least, for the auxiliary detachment, we have a Calidus Assassin. Alright, those are the armies now going over deployment. I've got my Dreadnought here, my Tech Marine there, Land Speeder with the Heavy Flamer. I've got my Razorback with the twin assault cannons. Inside of there, I've got my Tactical Squad with the Meltagun and my Apothecary. I've got my Tactical Squad with the Heavy Bolter back here. I've got my Vindicator Assassin. I've got my Tactical Squad with the Flamer. I've got my Librarian with the Force Axe there. I've got an empty Razorback with the twin las cannons. I've got my Land Speeder with the Heavy Bolter and Assault Cannon. My Hellblasters. This is my Warlord with the Power Sword. I've got my Tactical Squad with the Plasma Gun, Land Speeder Vengeance, Tactical Squad with the Grav Cannon. I've got the Devastator Squad back there and the Tactical Squad with the las cannon. That's the deployment for the Dark Angels. Going over deployment now for the Adeptus Mechanicus. He's got a Dune Crawler. We've got a Sicaran Sidonian Dragoon. I will get this. I will not, but I'll say I'll get this. Sidonian Dragoon. We've got the Electro Priests. We've got a Tech Priest Dominus there. We've got two of the, well, is one of these Rangers and one of these, are they both?
They are both, no, they're both Vanguard.
These are both Vanguard back here. We've got a Vanguard up front here. We've got Ranger back there. We've got the Sidonian Dragoon. We've got more of the other Electro Priest there. We've got another Tech Priest Dominus. We've got the Rangers with the Arquebuses here. Then we've got the Cataphron Destroyers with the other Tech Priest Dominus, who is his Warlord back here. We've got another what's this thing again? Honor Dooncrawler. I said it before with these other two. And then we've got the other Dragoon there. And in reserve, he has his Calidus Assassin and his Infiltrators. So, as of right now, the Dark Angels will be going first. Unless he can seize the initiative on a 6+. Can you see a 6+? Oh, no! That is not great for me. So, he has seized the initiative. So, we will come back to you after movement phase for the Ad Mech here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Adeptus Mechanicus here. These guys are all moving forward. These guys advance forward. These guys are moving forward, moving forward. These guys advance forward. These guys move forward, move forward. Everybody is just moving forward, looking to get into my line over here. And these guys came in from hiding. So the Calidus Assassin, her rule is that she can deploy anywhere further than D3 or D6 plus 3 inches away from the enemy. So he rolled it and got a 3. He was trying to place her back here so she could charge into my Warlord over there. But with that 3 that's 6 inches away from both the vehicle here and these guys, it became very difficult. She was going to be really far back to get in there. So he decided to spend a command point to try to re-roll it to see if he could get that 1 because he wanted that 4 inches away. And instead rolled a 6. So that's why she's back here 9 inches away from these guys over here. So that's it for the movement phase. He had already declared at the beginning of the turn that his canticles were going to be that everyone has cover, which is kind of cool. So everyone counts as having cover. So they've all got that +1 to their armor saves. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so he is going to start off by firing into my Landspeeder Vengeance. So with the neutron laser, so it's D3 shots. 1 shot. He's going to re-roll because of with the command point. So that is 3 shots. All right, so weapon skill, ballistic skill 3+, re-rolling 1s because of the Tech Priest Dominus. So that was cocked. All right, so that is 3 hits, strength 10, toughness 6, so looking for 3s to wound. 1 wound. D6 damage, because it's AP -4. He's got a 3-up save, so that's no save. So, looking for D6 damage. 6 damage. Brutal. All right, now this squad is going to split fire. So the first thing we're going to do is the front guy there is going to fire into him. So he's going to supercharge it. So we've got D6 shots. Oop, that is 1 shot. Hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s. Nope, no hit. And now the other guy there, the second guy there, is in range of this squad over here. So it's D6 shots. He's not going to supercharge this one. So D6 shots. So 5 shots. Strength 7, so wounding, or hitting, sorry, still got a hit. So hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s. All right, no 1s. So 3 hits, strength 7, wounding on 3s. All right, so we got 1 wound, 1 -3, so 1 6-up save. No save. Oh. And now he is going to shoot his Phosphor Serpenta into this squad over here. So hitting on a 3?
4.
Oh, hitting on a 4? Oh, because he advanced, so hitting on a 4. And he misses. So now these guys with the Arquebus are going to fire into my Librarian over here. So they are going to be hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. So got 2 hits, strength 7, so wounding on 3s. We've got 1 wound. What's the AP? -3, so we're looking at a 6-up save. Cocked. Oh no! Keep rolling them 5s for the 6s. D3 damage. So 2 damage. All right. Now he is going to fire into my land speeder over here. So he's got D6 shots with the battle cannon.
Yep, and he's just converted stubborn into the land speeder as well.
And or not battle cannon. It's what is it called? Eradication beamer. So D6 shots, 5 shots, pretty good. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. All right, so that's 3 hits. Strength what?
Strength 8.
Strength 8, so wounding on 3s. All right, so we got 3 wounds. AP.
AP minus 2.
All right, so 3 wounds, AP minus 2, so looking for 5 ups. I got 1, so 2 go through. D3 each. So 3 wounds, all right. And now he's going to fire the heavy stubbers, or the Cognis heavy stubbers, into these guys. Hitting on 3s. Oh, that one's cocked. All right, re-rolling 1s. All right, so that's 3 hits. Strength 4, so wounding on 5s. All right, no wounds. So now the front guy with the plasma caliber is going to fire into him. He's going to supercharge it. No, yeah. So now he's just going to fire just the plasma caliber into this guy. So hitting on 3s.
Yes,
re-rolling 1s. All right, so that's 1 hit. Strength 8, so looking for a 3 to wound. That is a wound. AP minus 3, so looking for a 6 up. Showing that fill face. Yeah, with the fill face. Woo! And now he's going to fire the arc rifle into him.
And the sniper,
regular rifle. And the regular rifles are going to fire into him. Yeah. So here comes looking for. We're going to do the arc rifle first. So hitting it on 3. All right, that's a hit. Strength 6, so wounding on a 3. No wound. And now we've got 3 of the other rifles into him, right? Yep. So hitting on 3s. All right, so we got 2 hits. Wounded strength what? Strength 4, so wounding on 5s. Nope, no wounds. And now these guys are going to fire their arc rifles into him. So 2 shots hitting on 3s. Re-rolling 1s. Whoa! So that's 2 hits. Strength 6, so wounding on 3s. That is 1 wound. AP minus 1, so this is a 4-up save. He's good. And now he is going to fire his neutron laser into him over here. So it's D6 shots. Oh, D3 shots, I'm sorry. So we've got 3 shots. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. All right, re-rolling 1s. Nope, not meant to be. So that's 2 hits. Strength 10, so wounding on 2s because their toughness 5. So that is 1 wound. What's this one over here? Yep, 2. That's 2 wounds. AP minus 4, right? So those do not have any saves. Minimum damage is 3. All right, so yeah, it's D6 minus 3, so that's 5 wounds. So he's down. Oh, that's right. Minimum of 3, so 7 wounds. So he is dead, and that is first blood. All right, before we take away, let's see if he explodes on a 6. No. And now he is going to fire at him with the Phosphorus Serpenta. So hitting on a 4 because he advanced.
He hits.
He misses. Oh, no, that's a hit. Sorry, that's a 6. It looked like it was not. So that's a hit. Strength 5, so wounding on a 4. No wound. All right, so now the infiltrators are going to fire into this tactical squad over here. So this is 3 shots each, so 15 shots here, hitting on 3s. All right, wow, that is really good. All right, strength 4, so wounding on 4s. All right, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 wounds. So I've got to get another 2. All right, so we've got 9 2-up saves because they're in cover there. So I failed 1 of them. All right. All right, so that's it for shooting. On to the assault phase. These guys are going to charge into my Razorback over there. So overwatching here, 2 shots, hitting on 6s. No hits there. So needing a 9-inch charge. No, they do not make it. Do you want to try to reroll that 2 to a 6? Do the command die? Or are you going to hold off to see if anyone else misses their charges?
But that's going to be really far, isn't it?
Maybe. You going to try it?
Well, what's the charge for the politics?
1 second. All right, he is going to spend it to try to get that 6 on here. Let's see if he can. No! Just out. Ah, killer. All right. All right, and that is it for the Ad Mech turn here on turn 1. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here. He shot up 12 inches. He got out before he started moving and went over to him. He moved up inches. I can't remember how many, but he just moved up there. And he advanced behind him, so he's within 1 inch. These guys moved up. He moved up. These guys moved up there. These guys moved over there. The squad back here moved up over this way. He moved over to this way. These guys all stood still. These guys all stood still, and he moved back over this way, and he stood still. So that's it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase.
Theoretically,
all right, starting off the psychic phase, he is going to cast Smite onto him. So looking for a 5. Oh no, I'm going to spend a command point to reroll that because I do not feel like blow. All right, so I failed it, and I get myself looking for D3 wounds onto him. 3 wounds onto him. That is super brutal. All right. And now he's going to try to cast Smite onto him. That goes off with a 7. So D3 mortal wounds. 2 mortal wounds. All right. Now we're going to start off with the plasma cannons. These guys are going to fire into him. One of them has the signum from the sergeant, so it's going to be the yellow. These are the number of shots that they're going to get. D3. All right, so we got 2, 4, 6. No, not supercharged. So yeah, so 2 from him, and then 5 total from the others. We'll come back to you with that. All right, so the green ones are going to be hitting on 4s because he's -1 to hit, and the yellow is going to be hitting on he's going to be hitting on a 3. So because he's usually hitting on 2 with the signal. So looking for 3s and 2s. Oop, that one's cocked. Or 4s and 2s, I should say. So, or 4s and 3s, I should say. All right, so we got 2 hits. Strength 7, toughness 6. So so looking for 3 to wound. That's 1 wound. AP -3. He's got cover, so it's basically -2. So it's a 6-up save, right? Oh, it's 6-up. All right, invul save? No, so it goes through. That is 1 wound. These guys are now going to fire into him. We're going to start with the grav cannon. It's heavy 5, hitting on 4s because he has -1 to hit. All right, got 2 hits. Strength 5, toughness 6, you said, right? So wounding on a 5. I got 2 wounds. AP -3. So back to -2, so 6 ups. No, neither of those. Let me see what the damage is. I think it might be, hold on. All right, it was 1 wound each. So now we're going to move on to the bolters from there, hitting on 4s. All right, got 1 hit. Wounding on a 5. No wound. Now these guys are going to fire into him. We're going to start with the plasma gun who's not going to supercharge. So hitting on a 4. That's a hit. Wounding on a 3. That is a wound.
All right, 6-up invul.
6-up invul save. No, so that goes through for 1 wound. And now 2 bolters are going to fire into him. Hitting on 4s. Got 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. Got no wounds. So now he is going to fire his assault cannon at him and the plasma storm battery at him. So we're going to go with the assault cannon shooting at him. Hitting on 4s or 5s because he moved and it's a -1. All right, so we've got 3 hits. Strength 6, toughness 6, wounding on 4s. All right, so we got 2 wounds. AP -1, +1 because of cover, so 4-up saves. So 2 4-up saves on him. He makes them both. And now the plasma storm battery is going to fire into him. So I'm not going to supercharge it. Hit D6 shots. 3 shots. Hitting on, he moved, so that's +1 to hit, so looking for 5s to hit. All right, we got 1 hit. Strength 7, toughness 6, so looking for 3s to wound. No wound. And now he's going to fire his heavy flamer into him. So D6 hits. I am going to spend a command point on that. 6 hits. There we go, that's what I like to see. All right, so we got 6 hits, strength 5, toughness 6, so looking for 5s to wound. Okay, we got 1 wound. -1 to the AP, so 4 up, because he's also got cover. No, so he takes a wound. Now these guys are gonna fire into him, so we're gonna start with the Flamer, D6 shots. D6 hits, so 3 hits, strength 4, toughness 6, so looking for 5s. We got 3 wounds, 4 up saves, 3 up saves because of the cover. So he fails. Whoa, that one's cocked. All right, so he fails 1 of them. And now these guys are going to shoot into him. We got the rest of the guys there. So we got 3 rapid firing bolters and a bolt pistol. These are going to be hitting on 4s because he's got -1 to hit. Alrighty, pretty good. So 4 hits, wounding on 5s. We got 2 wounds, 2 3 ups. Oh, he failed 1. So now these guys are going to fire into them. We're going to go with the heavy bolter, 3 shots hitting on 3s. All right. Strength 5, toughness 3, so wounding on 3s. That is a wound, AP -1, +1 for cover, so 4 up. No. And now the bolters are going to fire into them, hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Wounding on toughness 3, so wounding on 3s. Got 3 wounds, 3 ups. 3 ups because they got +1 because of the cover. So 1 is dead. Now these guys are going to fire. 1's going to fire into him, and then 4 are going to fire into them. So we're going to start with the 1 guy, hitting on 4s because it's -1 to hit. Okay, got 1 hit, wounding on a 3. That's a wound. -3 +1, so 6 up. Impulse save. No, and he is dead. And he might explode, but no, he does not. And now the others are going to fire into them. So we've got 8 shots here, hitting on 3s. All right, really good. Strength 7, toughness 3, so wounding on 2s. All right, that one is cocked back there. All right, so that is 2, 4, 6, -3. So plus, oh, they've got invul saves too?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. So 6 ups. That one's cocked.
If you make it, that's saved by 1 guy.
No, so 5. So that is the whole squad. Now he is going to fire into his Onager Doomcrawler back there. So I got 2 shots hitting on 3s. Really? Ugh. Now my Vindicare Assassin is going to fire into his Calidus Assassin, Assassin on Assassin Violence, hitting on a 2. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2. That's a wound. AP -3, no invul saves can be taken. So it goes through, so it becomes a D3 damage here. 3 damage, pretty brutal. Now he is gonna fire into her over there. So 6 shots, hitting on 4s because he moved. Okay, pretty good. Strength 6, toughness 4, wounding on 3s. Wow, okay, so we got 5 wounds, 4 up invul saves. Failed 3, so she is dead. Now my Razorback is gonna fire into his Dune Crawler. 12 shots, hitting on 4s because he moved. All right, not super great. All right, strength 6, toughness 7, so wounding on 5s. That one is cocked. All right, so we've got 4 wounds, AP -1. He's got cover because they've all got cover, so he's looking for 3 ups. Ooh, and he takes 2 wounds. All right. And then the last cannon from this squad is going to fire into his Doomcrawler over here. Hitting on a 4 because he's -1 to hit. That's a hit. Strength 9, toughness 6, so looking for a 3 to wound. That is a wound. AP -3, +1 because of cover, so 6 up invul save. No, D6 wounds. Ah! Yep, that's the thing. Okay. I did want to point out one thing, because he had his Calidus Assassin, I think we forgot to put this on film, but I've used my 2 command points. I had started without a 6. He rolled a D4 after each of them, and on a 4+, I had to spend an additional point. So I actually spent an additional point he succeeded on one of the 4 pluses, so that's why I'm down to 3 command points. But that's it for shooting phase. Now we're going to move on to the assault phase. He is going to charge into them. So here come his shots, hitting on 6s. There's 12 shots here. Woo! Got a couple 6s. So 3 6s.
And there's strength 4.
3 6s, strength 4. So wounding on 5s. That one's cocked. Reroll that 4. Yeah, it's cocked. Yeah, I do it on a trip. All right, so that's 1 wound. 1 3-up armor save. He's good. So now I need a 9-inch charge. Looking for 9 inches. And he's in. Oh, this is going to get brutal. All right, so I will activate my Dreadnought first. I've got 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. Of course. Wounding on 2s. All right, that's 2 wounds. AP -3. So 6-up invul saves. Nope, failed both of those. D3 or 3? Hold on a second. It's 3 damage each, so that is just 2 dead. All right, so now these guys are gonna go there. After the FAQ, these guys now have, his leader there has 3 attacks, and the other guy has 2 attacks, so this is 5 attacks coming in here, hitting on 3s. Hitting on 3s. All right, so we got 3 hits. Strength 4, so wounding on 5s. Nope, no wounds there. All right, so that is it for the Dark Angels turn here. We'll come back to you. Oh, actually, we've got, I guess, 1 morale test to take. All right, so these guys lost 3 in their turn. So this is morale phase. They're leadership 7, but they are good. So that is it for the Dark Angels turn here. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Adeptus Mechanicus here on turn 2. Movement phase for the Adeptus Mechanicus. These guys are all moving forward. They are really trying to get in the face of my guys. These guys stood still, but that's about it. Everyone else moved up. And his Tech Priest Dominus, or his Warlord back there, is just kind of shuffled up. So he's within 6 of these 2 squads. And he's moving up. And these guys fell back from combat over this way. So that is it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting. Oh, I should say his Canticles that he did, he rolled a 2, which means that he has the, what is it, the Canticles of the Electro Priest or something? Electromancer, something, whatever it is. Whatever it is, any unit that, anytime he's locked in close combat with a unit, at that, in that phase at the beginning, they roll a D6. On a 6, they take D3 mortal wounds, which is pretty brutal. So we'll see what happens with that. So that's it for movement. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so these guys are going to fire into these guys. They're going to supercharge. So we're going to do it individually because they're supercharging. So the first one gets is D6, right?
5.
That's 5 shots. So let's try that. So 5 shots, hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s. All right, re-roll that 1. Oh, back into a 1. Oh, brutal. But those other shots still hit. So that's 3 hits, strength 7. Yeah. Strength. Yep. So strength 8. Oh, that's right. Strength 8. Toughness 4. So wounding on 2s. All right. That one's cocked. Yeah. All right. Ooh. All right. So we got 2 wounds. -3 to the AP. +1 to the AP for being in cover. So -2. So looking for 5-up saves. All right, made 1, and I'm just going to let the other go. So that is 2 wounds, so one of them is dead. And now we'll go to the next guy, D6. That's cocked. Yeah, that's cocked. All right, so 3 shots. Hitting on 4s. Re-rolling 1s. All right, no 1s, but no, that's 2 hits. Strength 8, so wounded on 2s. All right, got 2 wounds. 2 5-up saves. Ooh, failed 2 of them, so that is 2 dead. And now the last one, D6 shots. That's cocked. All right, 2 shots. Hitting on 4s. All right. Oh, no hits there. All right. Now he is going to fire into him with the neutron laser. So, what is it, D3 shots? So 1 shot. He's going to re-roll with a command point. So that's 2 shots. So strength 10. Looking for 3s to wound. Oh, you have to hit still, right? Yeah, so that's not going to hit. All right. And here come the 2 stubbers. So hitting on 3s or 4s? 3s, right? Yep. All right, strength 4, so wounding on 5s. All right, so that's 2 wounds. 2 3-up saves, and he's good. Woo! All right, the arc rifles are going to rapid fire into him, or arc rifles, and the rest of the squad's going to shoot into these guys. So the arc rifles into here, the rest of the squad's into there. So we're going to do the rapid firing arc rifles into him, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. All right, so that is 4 hits. Strength 6, so wounding on 3s. All right, so we've got 3 wounds. 3. What's it? Minus what? Minus 1, so 3 4-ups. And he makes 2 of them. D3 wounds. 1 wound, all right. And now the other 3 are going to fire into them. So 9 shots, hitting on 3s. All right, that's cocked. And that other one's cocked back there.
Okay.
Now it's cocked again. All right. Wait, hitting on 3s, right?
Yeah,
re-rolling 1s, I'm sorry.
But these 2 are
Yeah, those 2 were 1s. Sorry. All right, pretty good. And now these are strength 3, so wounding on 5s. That one's cocked. All right, so that's 1 wound. AP minus nothing, so 3-up save. He's good. Now he's gonna fire the neutron laser into him, the stubber into him. So we're gonna go with the neutron laser first, D3 shots. All right, 3 shots, pretty brutal. Now hitting on 4s. Oh, hitting on 3s. All right, so that's 3 hits, strength 10, so wounding on 3s. All right, so that's 2 wounds. AP minus 4, so there's no saves on those. What are these? D6. D6 each. That one's cocked. So that's 9 wounds. I think that kills it. I lied, he's down to 1. And now he's gonna fire his 2 stubbers into this one here. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Alrighty. So 3 hits, strength 4, right?
Yep.
So wounding on 5s. That's one's cocked. All right, so that's 1 wound. 3-up save. He's good. Now the Dominus is going to fire into him. So it's a heavy shot, so it's going to be Volkite Blaster, so he's going to be hitting on 3s because he moved. Re-rolling 1s. Okay, not meant to be. So that's 2 hits. Does he get hot?
No.
Oh, okay. I got all excited.
Wound rolls of 6 do mortal wounds.
Okay.
And it's AP-strength 6.
Okay, AP-strength 6, but a wound of 6 is a mortal wound. So strength 6 onto that, so looking for 4s to wound. Oh, and that's 6, it'll do it. Yep. Yeah, so this is the one, it's a 1 mortal wound, right? Yep, so that is it. That's all it took. Let's see if he explodes on a 6. No, he does not. And I lost 1 guy to that emergency disembark in there. These guys here, the arc rifle is going to fire into him. The others are going to fire into them over here. So we're going to go with the arc rifle first, hitting on a 3. That's a 1. Rerolling 1s. That's a hit. Strength 6, so wounding on a 3. No wound. And now the plasma caliber, who is actually hiding in the building, we forgot to move him out here. He's actually going to fire into him. So hitting on a 3. That's 2 hits. Strength 8, so wounding on 3s. We got no wounds. And now the 6 shots from the other guys into them. Hitting on 3s. That one's cocked, and so is that one. All right, re-rolling 1s. Okay, not again though. Strength 4, so wounding on 4s.
And 6s do -1.
Okay, nothing there. And now these guys are going to fire the plasma caliber into the vehicle, and then the other guys are going to fire into these guys over here. So we got the plasma caliber hitting on 3s.
Yep, rolling 1s, and they're supercharged.
And he's gonna supercharge it. Re-rolling 1s. Oh, it didn't go into a 1 again. All right, so these are strength 8, so wounding on 3s. No wounds there. And now these guys are going to fire into them. So we got 12 shots hitting on 3s. All right, re-rolling 1. All right. 3s, hitting on 3s. So now these are strength 4, wounding on 4s.
Strength 3.
Oh, strength 3, so wounding on 5s. Okay, we still got 3 wounds. 3. 3-up saves. They're all good. Woo! So now his Dominus is going to fire into the land speed over here, hitting on 3s because he moved. All right, that one's cocked. All right, re-rolling 1s. All right, so that's 2 hits. Strength 6, so wounding on 3s. 6s are mortal wound. So that's 1 wound. AP nothing, so 3 up save. Okay, I am, how many, what's the damage on this? A 1? No, I'm not going to. These guys are going to fire into them. Only 1 guy is in range, so 3 shots hitting on 4. 3 hitting on 3s.
Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s. That one's cocked.
3 hits.
All right, so that's 2 hits. Strength 5, so wounded on 3s. That's 1 wound. AP nothing, so 3 up save. No, dead. All right, so his eradication beamer is going to fire into him, and then the heavy stubber is going to fire into him. So the eradication beamer is D3.
D6.
Oh, D6 shots. All right, 6 shots, pretty brutal. Strength what?
Strength 8.
Strength 8, so looking for 3s to wound.
And
Oh no, you have to hit. Sorry, first got to hit. So hitting on 3s.
1s, rerolling.
All right, re-rolling 1s. All right, so that is 5 hits. Strength 8, so wounding on 3s. Alrighty, so that is 4 wounds. AP minus
Minus 2.
-2. So we've got 4 or 5 up saves. Made 1 of them, so 3 go through. Oh yeah, so it's D1, so it doesn't make a difference. So, so he is going to be dead. Let's see if he explodes. No, he does not. And now the stubber is going to fire into him. Hitting on 3s. All right, re-rolling 1s. That one's cocked. Yeah. All right, so that's 3 hits. Strength 4, so wounding on 5s. All right, so that's 2 wounds. 2 3-up saves. Ah, that one's cocked. No, I'm going to spend a command point to re-roll 1 of these. Oh, you kidding me? You kidding me? So does he explode? No, thank God. These guys, the snipers, are going to fire into my psyker over here. 2 shots hitting on 3s. Re-rolling 1s. That one's cocked. All right, so that's 1 hit. Strength 7, that's right. So wounding on 3s. That's a wound. AP -3, so 6 up. Fill first. Well, okay, now throw it off the table. Yeah, with a fill face. Woo! All right, he is going to shoot into these guys, hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Strength 5, so wounding on 3s.
Do this, guy.
That's a wound.
-1 to save.
-1 to save and no benefit from cover. I should have brought a die with me. So this is looking for AP -1, so looking for 4 up. He's good with a fill phase. And he is going to be firing at this squad over here. So hitting on 3s. That's cocked. Oh, re-rolling 1s because he's within 6 there. That's a hit. Wounding on a 3. No wound. All right, so he is going to charge into these guys. So Overwatch. I got. We're gonna go with the grav cannon first, hitting on 6s. I got 1 hit. Strength 5, toughness 6, so wounding on a 5. No, nothing there. And then I've got 3 rapid firing bolters and a bolt pistol. So here we go. Hitting on 6s. We got 2 hits. Strength 4, toughness 6, looking for 5s to wound. We got 1 wound. 4 up armor save. No, and he goes down. Oh, he's going to spend a command point to re-roll it.
We want a glorious charge
Here we go. Command point re-roll. No, back to a 1. Oh, does he explode?
Yep, we can see this.
No, he does not. He is going to multi-charge all 3 of these units. So we're going to start off with over here for Overwatch. We're going to go with the Flamer. D6 hits. 2 hits. Strength 4, wounding on 5s. Got 1 wound. 4 up save. No, so he takes 1 wound. Now we're going to have the Melter Shot into him. So hitting on a 6. No, and then we'll come back to you with the bolter shots. And now between it, we've got 11 bolter shots coming in here, hitting on 6s. We got 1 hit, wounding on a 5. That is a wound. 4 up. No, he takes another wound. All right, now his charge distance. Yeah, exactly. Got all the low rolls out already. So here comes the charge distance. 6 inches. We'll see what that does. All right, it put him just within 1 inch of this squad over here. Now this ranger squad is going to charge into this squad. I can't overwatch because he's locked in there. So let's see your charge distance here.
Charge distance.
No, 4 inches will not get them in. These guys are also going to charge into there, looking for 11 inches. No, do not make it. These guys here are going to charge into them. So we're going to start with the melt-a-gun. Nope. And then we've got 3 shots with bolters. I got 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. Nope. No wound there. So now here comes his charge. No, does not make it. All right, so he's in there. And on a 6, whoop, that is cocked. He will be doing mortal wounds to them. No, does not go in there. So now come his attacks because he activates first. So these are going to be hitting on 3s.
3 attacks.
3 attacks hitting on 3s. 6s count as 3 hits. So no 6s, but all 3 hits. Strength 8, so wounding on 2s. That is 3 wounds. AP dash, so 3 ups. Failed. 2 of them, not great. And now come my attacks over here. I've got 5 attacks total because the sergeant has 2 plus 1 for the chainsword. The other 2 guys have 1 each. So hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Wounding on 5s. We got 2 wounds. 2 4-ups. He makes both of them. Well done. Alright, that's it for the fight phase. So now on to the morale phase. They lost 3 guys. So they are leadership 8. That is 8, so they are just good. Whew. All right, so that is it for the Ad Mech turn here. We will come back to you after a movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 2. Movement phase for the Dark Angels. He advanced up this way, moving 11 inches. They stood still. He stood still. They moved over to here. These guys fell back. He moved over to there. These the other librarian there stood still. My apothecary advanced over that way. These guys stood still. He stood still. My tech marine moved over next to him. They stood still. They stood still. They stood still. And these guys up front here moved up to there. And that is it for the movement phase. So at the end of the movement phase, my apothecary is going to try to heal my librarian there. D3. 1 wound. Oh, making it up to 2. I'm going to spend a command point. Okay. All right, so he is going to start out the psychic phase by casting Smite into him, looking for 5. Getting it with 9. Yep, I'm going to let that one, yeah, go with 9. So that's D3 wounds. 1 wound. And now my warlord's going to cast into him. That's 11. So it's D6 mortal wounds. Come on, get me 3. Come on. Yeah, with 3. So he is dead. Does he explode?
Explode.
Don't do it. No, okay, good. All right, starting off the shooting phase now. These guys are going to fire into them. So we're going to start with the heavy bolter, hitting on 3s. All right, that is 3 hits. Strength 5, toughness 3, looking for 3s to wound. All right, we got 2 wounds. 2 5-ups. Oh, that one's cocked. All right, so 1 takes 1 wound. And now the bolters are going to fire into them over there. So hitting on 3s. Got 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. That is a wound. 4 up. What's up? 3 ups. Yeah. I was 1 because the other guy has a pistol that's out of range. So here comes the 1 shot, the 1 save, and he's good. Yellow is going to be hitting on 2s. Greens are going to be hitting on 3s. Whew, glad I did not supercharge them. Strength 7, wounding on 2s, right? Toughness 3. So wounding on 2s. Okay. So we got 4 wounds. AP minus 3. So 5 up invols, right?
Yep.
So we got 4 5-up invols. Oh, wow.
And
five up
fanatical save.
fanatical save. And he's good. Now these guys are going to fire into the Electro Priest. So we're going to go with the Grav Cannon first, hitting on 3s. Alrighty then. Strength 5, wounding on 3s. You got two wounds, 2 5-up saves. Make them both. And 3 bolter shots into the Electro Priest. Alright, that's 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. We got 1 wound, 5-up save. And he's good. And now these guys are going to try to shoot in the Electro Priest. So we've got the rapid firing plasma gun and the pistol from the Sergeant. Hitting on 3s. Okay. Wounded on 3. That's a wound. 5-up save. Oh no, do they have a 4-up save normally?
5-up.
They have a 5-up save. They just got the 5-up save. That was cocked.
Make it.
No, 5-up save.
The 5-up fanatical save.
No, so finally 1 goes down. He's gonna fire into this Doom Crawler over here. So 2 shots hitting on 3s. Okay, 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. That is a wound.
5-up invul save.
5-up invul save.
Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s? Why?
So the Doom Crawler.
It's a, hold on a second. All right, so yeah, it's a 5-up invul save and re-rolling 1s because he's within 6 inches of that. So 5-up. No, and not a re-roll. So D6 wounds. 6 wounds, brutal. And now my Vindicator is going to shoot at his Tech Priest Dominus over here, hitting on a 2. That's a hit, wounding on a 2. That's a wound. AP -3, no save because no invul saves. He has a 2-up save, so now he's going to be a 5-up save. No, it goes through. So it was only a wound of a 3, so that means that it's D3 wounds. 3 wounds, brutal. These guys here are going to fire into the Electro Priest. We got 4 shots hitting on 3s. All right, so that's 3 hits. Wounding on 2s. That's 3 wounds. 5-up invul saves.
Do this, guys.
Makes 1 of them. So then 5-up fanatical save.
Come on, guys.
Makes another 1, so 1 is dead. And now this squad here, 2 of the bolters can see them, so we're going to fire them. Hitting on 3s. Okay, 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. That is 2 wounds. 4-up saves.
Do this.
Oh, fails 1.
Should I reroll?
Do you want to reroll it?
No, well, actually, what do we want?
We're going to come back to you then.
I'll see if I can.
And he is going to re-roll it, looking for a 4-up. No, it does not. And then the last cannon is going to fire into the Doom Crawler over here. So, hitting on 3s. That's a hit. Wounding on a 3. That is a wound. 5-up invul save. No, and no re-rolling 1. So now, all right, re-rolling 1s, but that wasn't a 1. So now D6 damage. 5 damage, pretty brutal. Now this squad's going to fire into this squad here. So we're going to go with the melting gun first, hitting on a 3. That's a hit, wounding on a 2. That's a wound, AP -4, so 6-up invul save. No, 1 is dead. And then 3 bolter shots into them, hitting on 3s. That's 2 hits, wounding on a 3. That is 1 wound. 4-up save. He's good. All right, that's the end of the shooting phase. I am not going to assault, so now we're going to go into morale phase. They lost 2, so plus theirs, they're good. So that is it for the Dark Angels turn here on turn 2. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Adeptus Mechanicus on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Adeptus Mechanicus. These guys all moved up. They moved up. They also moved up. They didn't move up. Actually, he I think stayed where he was. These guys moved up. He moved up. He shuffled up a little bit, but not much. Or no, he may not have moved at all. So that is it for the, oh, and this guy back here moved up over there. So that is it for the movement phase. At the end of the movement phase, he is going to try to heal him. D3 wounds. Right? Yeah. So D3 wounds. That one's cocked.
We get 3.
Oh, 3 wounds. And then he's also going to try to heal him. D3. 2. All right. Start of the shooting phase, he is going to shoot into these guys over here. 3 shots hitting on 3s. All right, got 2 hits. Strength 4, so winning on 4s. You got 1 wound. 1 2-up save. He's good. These guys here are going to fire into them. So we got 15 shots from them, hitting on 3s. All right, that one's cocked. All right.
Rerolling 1.
Rerolling 1s. So you got their 1-1. All right. So I got a couple. And 6s do 3 hits, so that is an additional 2, 4, 6, 8. So an additional 8 shots that are coming in here. We'll come back to you with that. All right, these are going to be strength 5. We're going to have to do an additional 6 after this. So wounding on 3s. That one's cocked. Nope. So we've got, so that's an additional, all right. So these are all wounds here. We'll come back to you with that. All right, from that, I've got 10 3-up saves to make. I fail a billion of them. Wow, that is a lot of 1s and 2s there. That's right, I made 4 3-ups. Well, they are dead. Dominus is going to fire into them, so hitting on 3s because he moved. Alrighty, rerolling 1s because of himself. Okay, not meant to be. So that's So that's one hit. So wounding strength 6. So wounding on 3s. No wound. All right, these guys are going to fire into them. They're regular. They're not going to supercharge. So the 2d6. So that is 6 shots. Strength. These are going to be hitting on. Yeah, these first we have to hit on hitting on 4s.
6. You said?
Yeah, 6. Hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s. That one's cocked. All right, rerolling that 1. Okay, not meant to be. So that's 2 hits. Strength 7, wounding on 3s. So that is 1 wound. 1 AP -3 plus 1 for cover, so it's going to be a 5-up save. And I make it with a fill face. Woo! Z's going to fire his neutron laser into him, and he's going to fire the stubbers into them. So we're going to go with the neutron laser first. D6 shots, right? Or D3 shots. D3 shots, so 2 shots. Hitting on 4s. Oh, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. All right, so that's 2 hits. Strength 10. So wounding on 3s. All right, so that is 1 wound. AP -4. So that is no save on him. So what is it? D6 wounds? D6 wounds. So 1 wound. He is going to spend his command point to reroll that. So here we go. Reroll that. All right, so 3 wounds. What's up? Yeah, so 3 wounds. These are going to be minus. Now I've got the his special rule where he gets on a 6+, he gets to ignore it. So looking for fill faces. No fill faces. Womp womp. And now the stubber fire is going to go into these guys over here. So 6 shots hitting on 3s. All right, no 1s. So this is strength 4, so wounding on 4s.
Yeah,
that one's cocked. All right, so that's 2 wounds. 2-up saves. Okay, failed 1. He is going to fire his neutron laser at him, and then the stubbers into these guys. So the neutron laser, D3 shots. All right, so 2 shots. Hitting on 4s. He moved. Oh, they ignore that, right? So hitting on 3s. All right, rerolling the 1. All right, so that's 2 hits. Strength 10, so wounding on 3s. All right, so that's 2 wounds. Those go through, so D6 wounds each. So that is 7 wounds. All right. I need to make 3 fill faces in this roll, otherwise he's dead. Looking for fill faces. I make 3 of them, so he's still alive. And now the stubbers are going to fire into them. Hitting on 3s. That one's cocked. Alrighty. Rerolling 1s. And now these are wounding on 4s. That one's cocked. All right, so that is 3 wounds. 3 2-ups. And I make them all. Thank God for cover. All right, so these guys, the 2 snipers are going to fire into my Vindicare over here. So it's 2 shots hitting on 5s because it's -2 to hit the Vindicare and cover.
Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s because of the Tech Priest Dominus within 6. Reroll. That was actually cocked, so you can reroll that 1. And that's still not a hit. All right. And now these guys are going to fire into them, the other guys in the squad. So hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. All right, so 1 hit, strength 4. Strength 4, so wounding on 4. No, no wound. So now these guys, the arc rifles are going to fire into him. The other rifles are going to fire into them. So we're going to start with the arc rifles, hitting on 3s. That one's cocked.
Come on, guys.
No, and he doesn't get to reroll once because he's just out of the 6-inch bubble. So that's 1 hit. Strength 6, so wounding on a 5.
Yes, come on, guys.
No, no wound. And now the other shots are going to go into them, hitting on 3s. All right, strength 3, so wounding on 5s. Got 2 wounds.
So this is a 2 damage, and this is a 1 damage.
Oh, 2 damage and a 1 damage. Which one do you want to do first?
1 damage.
He's going to do the 1 damage first, so AP dash, so 2 up on the 1 damage. Of course, I am, I'm going to spend that last command die. Okay, so he's good, and then the 2 damage one is good, okay. All right, the Dominus is going to fire into him. 3 shots hitting on 3s because he moved. All right, re-rolling 1s because of himself. Okay, so 1 hit, strength 6, so wounding on a 5.
6 is mortal wound.
No. And now this Dominus is going to fire into these guys. So 3 shots hitting on 2s because he didn't move. That one's cocked. That one's cocked. All right, so that's 3 hits. Strength 6, right? Yep. So wounding on 3s.
Yep. And
6s are mortal wounds.
And additional wound.
Additional mortal wound.
Well, no, yeah. So you get the regular one too.
Here we go.
So
looking for 3s. That one's cocked. All right, so that is 1 wound, 2 up save, and he's good. So these guys here are going to fire. The plasma caliber is going to shoot into them, overcharging, and then the regular shots are going to go into the squad below. So we're going to go with the plasma caliber, hitting on 3s. All right, 2 hits, strength 8, wounding on 2s. All right, so that is 2 wounds. AP -3, +1 for cover. So we're going to do these, I guess we can just do them 2 at a time. So they're going to be, there's just 2 wounds each, and it's AP -2, so we're looking for 5 ups. Make 1, lose 1. All right. And now the 12 shots into the tactical squad bound below there, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. All right, re-rolling them 1s. All right. Very good. All right, now strength.
Strength is 3.
Strength 3, so wounding on 5s. All right, so we've got 4 wounds. 4 2-up saves. Failed 1. So this squad here, the arc rifle is going to fire into him. The plasma caliber is going to fire supercharged into him. And then the regular guys are going to fire into my tactical squad down below. So we're going to go with the arc rifle first, hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Strength.
Strength is 6.
Strength 6, so wounding on a 5. No, no wound. Now the 2 plasma caliber shots hitting on 3s. Those are both hits. Wounding on 2s. That's cocked. That's 2 wounds. 2 5-ups. If he fails either of these, he is dead. Oh, made 1. And then 6 shots into the guys down here, so hitting on 3s. All right, all hits. Wounding on 5s.
4s.
Oh, wounding on 4s. Sorry, these are the 4 wounds.
And 6 is -1.
All right.
So 1 at -1.
1 at -1 and 3 at 2. So I'll do the 3 first. So 3 2-up saves. Make them all, and then 1 3-up save. Who makes it? Woo! Now he is going to fire his eradication beamer into him and the stubber into those guys. So we're going to go the eradication D3 shots.
Or D6.
D6 shots, so that's 3 shots. Hitting on, what's he, now he's at 6? Hitting on, we're going to find out, hold on a second. All right, these are going to be hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. All right, 3 hits, strength 8, so wounding on 3s. All right, so that's 2 wounds, AP -2, so I've got 2 5-ups. Oh, failed both. What is the damage? D3 each. So that's 2, so that's 5 damage. I need to make 5 6-ups. Let's see these, come on. Let me see 5 fill faces. Make me get extremely excited. 5 6-ups. No, he is dead. I got one. And let's see, does he explode? No, he does not. All right. And now this guy, now the subber is going to fire into there. So 3 shots hitting on 3s. That one's cocked. All right, 2 hits, wounding on 4s. That's 1 wound. 2 up save. He's good. All right, that's it for the shooting phase. On to the assault phase. They are going to try to charge into all these guys. So we're going to start with the flamer there. D6 hits. 5 hits. Strength 4, toughness 3, right? So wounding on 3s. All right, we've got 4 wounds. 4 up saves. So 2 of them are dead. And then we have 4 pistols firing into here. So hitting on 6s. No, nothing there. So we'll come back to you with their charge stiffness. All right, let's see what they can charge in here. 8 inches, so they are locked in with everyone. Pretty good. And the Dominus is going to try to charge in there, looking for 10 inches. And he is in. And these guys are going to charge in. They need 11 inches. No, they do not get it. And these guys need a 10-inch charge to get in. No, they are not in. Now the Electro Priests are going to charge in here, so we're going to Overwatch with the Plasma first, hitting on 6s. Nope, nothing there. And then we've got 5 shots with Bolters, hitting on 6s. We got 2 hits. Toughness 3, so wounding on 3s. 1 wound, 5 up. Nope, 5 up again.
Come on, you guys.
No, so then their charge is pretty much exactly in. Just roll it anyway, and they are in. So we'll come back to you with the fight phase. All right. So now at the beginning of the fight phase, these guys they roll a d6 each. If they roll a 6, it does a mortal wound onto my guys there. So, looking for 6s. Got 1.
Wounding on their strength.
All right, so now we've got these guys are going to be attacking into here. So they've got 2 attacks each, so 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. All right, got 1 hit. Strength.
Strength is 6.
Strength 6, so wounding on a 3.
And 6s do D3 mortal wounds.
6s do D3 mortal wounds. That's not. That's a 6, so D3 mortal wounds. That is 2 mortal wounds. And now his Dominus is going to attack into my my Warlord there. So these are going to be 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s. That one's cocked. All right, 2 hits.
Wounding on 3s.
Wounding on 3s. Strength 6, so wounding on 3s. I got 1 wound. AP minus 2, so looking for a 5 up. He's good with a fill phase. And now the 3 guys are going to go into the Space Marines there, so hitting it on 4s. That one's cocked. All right, so that's 2 hits. Strength 3.
Strength 4.
Oh, strength 4, so winning on 4s. All right, so that's 2 wounds. Looking for 3 ups. All right, make 1, fail 1. We also forgot to do this charge here, so they're going to charge. He's going to charge into both of them, so we're going to go with the Overwatch from the Las Cannon, hitting on, or from the Razorback, hitting on 6s. Ooh, got 1. Wounding on a 2. That's a wound. AP minus 3. 6 up. Invul. Oh, and he does make it. Well done. And then a pistol from the Tech Marine. Does not hit. His charge distance is in.
The last guy charged.
All right, now we're going to go over here to this. So he's got a 3 attacks hitting on 3s. All right, 2 hits.
Wounding on 3s.
Strength 5, so wounding on 3s. All right, so that's on, yes, it is, sorry. That is cocked. Oh, sorry, yeah, it's up on the edge there. All right, so that is 2 wounds. AP minus 3, so he's got a 5 up save because he's got a 2 up normally. Makes 1, all right. So now we're going to go with the Tech Marine into him. He's going to go with, the one yellow one's going to be the servo arm. The other 2 are going to be his power axes. So these are going to be hitting on 3s and 4s because it's minus 1 to hit with the servo arm. Alrighty. So this is going to be wounding on strength plus 2. So wounding on 2. Both of them are wounding on 2s. Okay. Wounded on 2 minus AP minus 2. So 6 up. Right? 4 up becomes 6 up. Yep. No, so he takes 3 damage. So he is.
I'm gonna reroll that.
He's gonna reroll that with his roll there. So looking for a 6 up.
Need to keep him in the combat.
No, so he goes down. So into here, the sergeant is going to be hitting into these guys. So I've got 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. All right, 2 hits, wounding on 3s. That's 2 wounds, 2 4-ups. Oh, 2 dead. And now the apothecary is going to attack. He's got 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. All right, wounding on 3s. That's 2 wounds, 2 4-ups. No, and he is dead. All right, my librarian with the sword is going to attack into his tech priest dominus over there. So I've got 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. All righty then. Strength 4, toughness 4, so wounding on a 4. That's 4, AP minus 3.
So 5 up invul save.
5 up invul save. No, so he takes D3 wounds. 2 wounds. And now my my librarian with the axe is going to attack in. He's got 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Oh, 1 hit. Strength plus 1, so wounding on a 3. That's a wound. AP minus 2. So 4 up save. No, it goes through. D3 wounds, show me that 3. Oh, another 2, so he's still alive. And then finally, this sergeant's gonna bravely attack into them, so he's got 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Okay, nothing there. So that is it for the fight phase. We'll come back to you with the morale phase. All right, morale phase is just this guy. He lost 3 guys, so 3 plus 2, 5. He is good. So that is it for the Adeptus Mechanicus turn here on turn 3. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 3. Movement phase for the Dark Angels. They stood still. He stood still. He stood still. He moved back to there. My apothecary was out of combat, so he moved around. These guys all stood still, and he fell back out of combat. So at the end of the movement phase, my apothecary is going to try to heal my guy D3. 1 wound. All right. Psychic phase, we're going to start with my librarian with the power axe. He is going to try to smite into the tech priest. Goes off with an 8, so he's only got 1 wound left, so he will be dead. Okay. And then my other librarian is going to smite into, I think these guys are the closest, so. Oh, those guys might be closer. So we'll figure this out, but let's see if it goes off. It does go off with a 9. I don't have any more command points, so that will be D3 wounds. 2 wounds. All right, it was into them, so they're gonna have their 5 up fanatical saves, or fanatical ignoring wounds. No, so they are dead. And now he's also going to do mind worm into them, so looking for 6. Do not get that. All right, and that's it for psychic phase, so we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. Starting off the shooting phase, he is going to fire into this Doom Crawler over here, so 2 shots, hitting on 3s. Okay, 1 hit. Wounded on a 3. Really? Really? Vindicare is going to fire into his warlord over there. So 1 shot, hitting on a 2. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2. And I'm all out of command points. These guys here are going to fire into his Cataphron destroyers. So the yellow is going to be the one with the signum. These are the number of shots they're going to get. D3. So 3. Wow, that is a lot of hits. We'll come shots. We'll come back to you with those. All right, so now these are going to be hitting on 3s and 2s. All right. Glad I didn't supercharge them. Strength 7, toughness.
Toughness is 5.
5. So wounding on 3s. All right, so that is 5. AP minus 3. So 6 up invul saves. Makes 1, so 4 wounds gone. This guy here is going to fire a pistol into these guys, hitting on 3. That's a hit. Wounded on 3. No wound. This squad here, the heavy bolter is going to fire into them. Regular bolter is going to fire into them, so we're going to go with the heavy bolter first, hitting on 3s. All right, got 1 hit. Wounding on a 3, so that's a wound. AP minus 1, 5 up. No, 1 dead. Then we have the 2 bolters firing into them, hitting on 3s. All right, 2 hits, wounding on 3s. That's 1 wound. 4 up, he's good. Librarian's going to fire his pistol into them, hitting on a 3. It's a hit. That's not a wound. Last cannon from here is going to fire into him back over there, hitting on a 3. What is going on with my dice? And that is it for the Dark Angels' turn here. So, yeah, that's not great. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Adeptus Mechanicus on turn 4. All right, movement phase for Adeptus Mechanicus. These guys moved up. These guys advanced up. These guys all moved up. They moved up. They moved up. He advanced over this way. He moved back that way, and these guys stood still. And that's it for the movement phase. So at the end of the movement phase, he is going to try to heal him D3. 1. And then I imagine he's going to try to heal him D3, correct?
Yep.
All right, D3. 2, all right.
Yes,
all right, so he is going to shoot at those guys. D6 shots.
Hitting
yeah, D6 shots. So 6 shots. All right, so these are going to be hitting on 4s, right? Because he moved. So hitting on 4s.
Well, he just always hits on 4s.
Oh, okay. It's cocked. That's cocked. All right.
2.
So 2 hits. Looking for 3s to wound. Got 1 wound. AP -3, right?
Yep.
So 6 up serve. Okay, no, failed. All right, these guys here are going to use their sniper rifles as the arquebus to fire into the Vindicare right there. Yeah. So now hitting on, these are going to be hitting on 3s, right? Yep. So 2 shots hitting on 3s.
Is there a reroll way?
Yes.
Okay. So they're actually -2.
-2, so hitting on 5s. Sorry. We got 1 hit and no one there. So strength 7, so wounding on a 3. That is a wound. 4 up invul save. No, he fails it. So what is it? D3, so 3 wounds. This Doomqualler here is going to fire into my Razorback over here. So the neutron shots, hitting, it's D3 shots, so 3 shots. Hitting on 3s.
Rerolling 1.
Rerolling 1s. Reroll that 1.
And that's in the door.
Oh, that is in the door. I can't see. What is it down there?
It was a 4, but it was
all right, no, that's fine. That's 4. That sounds good. I couldn't see it.
1.
Reroll it.
No.
Oh, nope. So it's 2 hits. Strength 10, right?
Yep,
so wounded on 3s. Got 1 wound.
-4.
-4, so no save. So D1 wound. Okay. It's a minimum of 3, so that's 3 wounds.
6 shots.
And then the stubbers are going to go into the guy in there. So 6 shots hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. All right, so that is 4 shots. Wounding on 4s. All right, 2 wounds. 2 up saves. He's good.
10 blasts.
Now this Doomcrawler is going to fire into him. And the stubbers into him. So here comes the D3 shots. So 3 shots. Wounding on 3s. Or hitting on 3s. All right, so that's 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. Got 2 wounds, no saves, so 2d6. So that is 7 wounds. That was it, so, and it does not blow up. And now the stubber fires into this guy, hitting on 3s. All right, wounding on 4s.
All right.
All right, so that is 2 wounds. 2 up saves. He's good. The Dominus here is going to fire into my guy down there, so 3 shots. Hitting on 3s because he moved. All right, so that's 1 hit. Strength 6, right? Wound on 3s. That's a wound. AP nothing, so 2 up save. No, and he's dead. So now these guys are going to be shooting into the into my Warlord there. So it's going to be 3 shots each. Hitting on 4s because they advanced these assault weapons. Re-rolling 1s, and that one is cocked over there. Re-roll the 1, yep. Nope, so that's not. All right, 2 more hits from that. That's pretty good. So get rid of those 2s. Oh yeah.
Really good.
Yep. So what do the 6s do?
3 hits each.
Oh, there's 3 hits each, so we'll come back to this. And now these are going to be wounding on 3s. All right, so why don't you just take 4 of those. So So there's 4 more that we had to roll. All right, so that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 wounds. 6, 12, 13 wounds. 13 AP dash, so 13 2-ups. Oh, failed 4 of them. Now my warlord trait is I ignore wounds on a 6-up, so looking for 6-ups. I got 3 fill faces, so he takes 1 wound.
Those ones.
All right, and these guys are gonna fire into my warlord there, so they're gonna supercharge the plasma caliber, so hitting on 3s for him. All right, 2 hits, strength 8, wounding on 2s. That one's cocked. That's it. So it's 2 wounds. +1, -3, so -2. So looking for 5-ups. Nope, failed both. So that's 4 wounds. Looking for 6-ups to ignore them. No. So he is dead, and that is Slay the Warlord. These guys are going to fire into the apothecary over there.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s with the arc rifles.
Rolling ones.
All right, rerolling 1s.
Oh,
and then, nope. And then these are strength 6, so wounded on 3s. All right, it's got 2 wounds. -1, +1 for cover, so 2 3-ups. Failed 1.
It's not D3, you're not
It's not D3, so I am not getting hurt from that. And then the other one's gonna fire in there. 3 shots hitting on 3s. All right, strength 3, so wounded on 5s. Got 1 wound.
So you roll 1 up.
It's what?
I mean, roll 2 up.
Oh, okay, that's 2 damage on that one, so looking for a 2-up. He's good with a fill face. And now he is gonna fire into these guys over here with both his stubbers and the, what's it called? Eradication beamer. So here's the eradication beamer, D6 shots.
2, I'm gonna reroll
2
that
shots, he's gonna reroll that. All right, here it comes. So 5 shots. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. That one's cocked. All right, so 5 hits, strength 8, so wounding on 2s. All right, so that's 3 wounds. AP -2, so 4-ups. And they are good. Woo! And now the stubborn fire, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. All right, so that's 2 hits, wounding on 4s. That is 1 wound. 2-up save. He's good. All right, and that is it for the Ad Mech turn here. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels. Movement phase. These guys stood still. He stood still. He moved back over there. He advanced back over that way. He moved into here. He moved over here. He moved over here. These guys all stood still, and they advanced up that way, but not very far. So that's it for the movement phase. Onto the psychic phase. He is going to try to smite into the Electro Priest there. Goes off with a 5. So D3 mortal wounds. 2 mortal wounds. 2 5-up fanatical ignorings. Ignores 1 of them. And now these guys are going to use, they're going to be doing the mind worm on, he's going to do mind worm onto him. Looking for a 6. Getting it with 7, so he takes 1 mortal wound, so the 5-up ignoring. Nope, so that's 1 mortal wound, and then they have something else, but I don't think it's going to make a big difference. Shooting phase, we're going to start off with him, shooting the pistols into them. Hitting on a 3. That's a hit, wounding on a 3. That's a wound, 5-up save. Oop, what is that?
4.
A 4, so moving on to the fanatical ignoring. Oh, and he does. Vindicare is going to fire into his Warlord Tech Priest Dominus back there. Hitting on a 3. Hitting on a 2, sorry. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2. That's a wound. Ignores invul save and -3 to the armor, so it becomes a 6. No, yeah, -3, so 5-up save. No, so it goes through. D3 wounds. 2 wounds. All right, this squad here is going to fire into this squad over here. So the yellow is going to be the Signum, D3 shots each. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, the greens are going to be hitting on 3s. Yellow is going to be hitting on 2. All righty, pretty good. These are going to be wounding on 2s. All right, so that's 2, 4, 6, 7. -3 +1, so -2, so 6 up. 7 6-ups. Ooh, he makes 1, but that's the rest of that squad. Yeah, these guys here are going to shoot into these guys over here. So we're going to go with the heavy bolter first. 3 shots hitting on 3s. All right, that's 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. That's 1 wound. AP -1, so still a 5-up save. Yeah, he's good. And 2 bolter shots into them. All right, 1 hit. No wound. And last cannon is going to fire into the Cataphren Destroyer over there, hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2. That's a, ooh, wait, 3, it's toughness 5. Oh. All right, these guys passed their morale test, and that was it. So that is the end of turn 4. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Ad Mech on turn 5. All right, movement phase for the Ad Mech. These guys are moving up. They moved over the doors this way. These guys moved up this way. He's moving up this way. These guys moved around. He moved back over here, and these guys kind of stood still. And that's it for the movement phase. So now he is going to try to heal him. D3. And going 3, so he's back to full. And then he's going to try to heal him. That's cocked. 1 wound. Okay. The Dominus is going to shoot into those guys over there, hitting on 3s because he moved. That one's cocked. All right, re-rolling 1s. All right, so that's 3 hits. Strength 6, so wounding on 3s. All right, so that's 3 wounds. 3 2-up saves. And I failed 1. And he is going to fire into them with his D6 shots. That's 3 shots, or 6 shots, so that's 5 shots. Hitting on 4s. All right, that's cocked. All right, so that's, I don't think he is. Yep, so he's, so that's 3 hits.
Strength 7.
Strength 7, so wounding on 3s. Okay, nothing there. Plasma's going to fire in there first.
Hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s. Because they advanced. All right, that's 2 hits. Strength 7, wounding on 3s. All right, got 2 wounds. 2 5-ups. No, failed 2. And 1 guy is in of there, so hitting on 3 or 4s because they advanced, and wounding on a 5, so no wound there. So now the Dominus is going to fire into my Librarian here, so 3 shots hitting on 3s because he moved. All hits. Strength 6, wounding on 3s. All right, so we got 1 wound. 2-up save. He's good.
Well.
All right, so we got 1 sniper is going to go into that guy over there. So hitting on a 3.
Yep.
That's a hit. Strength 7, so wounding on a 3. No wound. And then and he's going to re-roll that. All right, wounding on a 3. That's a wound.
-3.
AP -3 +1, so looking for a 5-up. No, and he did. Now the other sniper is going to fire into the Vindicator over here, hitting on a 3.
5.
Hitting on a 5, I'm sorry, because of -2 because of the Vindicator.
Let's do this.
Hitting a 5. No, nothing there. He's going to fire the neutron laser into my Librarian over here. So, D3 shots. D3 shots. All right, 2 shots. Hitting on 3s.
I think it's in the reroll.
No, I don't think so. No. Hitting on 3s. All right, so that's 1 hit. Strength 10, right? So wounding on a 2. That's cocked. That is a wound. AP -4 +1, so looking for a 6-up. Fill first. No, nothing there. So it's, what is it?
D6.
D6 wounds. 1 wound. 3 wounds because it's a minimum of 3. And now the stubber shots hitting on 3s. All righty. So that's 2 hits.
Yeah.
Wounding on 4s. One's cocked. All right, 1 wound. 2-up save. He's good. Now the Electro Priests are going to fire into him. 9 shots.
6.
Hitting on 4s because they advance.
Right, and then rerolling 1. I think they're in the bubble.
Yeah. Rerolling 1s. Alrighty.
Nope.
So 4 hits.
3, 6.
Oh, that's right. 2 more for each of those. All right.
Wounding on 3.
Wounding on 3s. All right, so that is 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 2 pluses. And, and he is just dead. All right, he is going to fire into the Vindicator over here. So D6 shots. 1 shot. Hitting on a 5.
No.
5 minus 2.
Yeah. Rerolling ones. Nope.
Oh, no hit there. And now the stubber. Hitting on 5s. No, rerolling 1, sorry. Nope, nothing there. And he is going to fire into the Vindicator. D6 shots. Oh, D3 shots. All right, 1 shot. Hitting on a 5. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2. That's a wound. 4-up invul save. No, he failed, and it's automatically 3, so he is dead. And that is it for the Ad Mech turn here. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 5. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels. These guys stood still. These guys moved up. He moved up over this way. These guys all stood still. So at the end of the movement phase, he's going to try to heal him. And he heals him 3. Perfect.
7 wounds.
All right, all 3 of these guys are going to fire their bolt pistols into them. So hitting on 3s.
Oh.
I don't got suckers. So 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. That's a wound. 5-up save. Failed. 5-up save. Or 5-up ignore. No, 1 dead.
All right.
He's going to fire the last cannon into this guy over here. So hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Wounding on a 3. Really? 2 times in a row? These guys, the closest visible target is him, so they're going to fire into him. The yellow is going to be the signum, so D3 each. All right. So hitting on 3s and 2. All right, these are going to be wounding on 3s. Ooh, okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 wounds, 6 5-ups. Oh, wow. So he makes 3. Oh, he makes 4 of them. Oh, killer. 2 bolters are going to fire into these guys, and so is the heavy bolter. So they're going to do the 2 regular bolters first. On 3s, that's 2 hits. Wounded on 3s. Got 2 wounds, 2 4-ups. No, 2 dead. He's going to use a command dice for 1 of them, and he's good. And then the heavy bolters firing into them, hitting on 3s. Okay, wounding on 3. That is a wound. 4-ups, a 5-up save. He's good. That's it for shooting. Starting out the assault phase, he's going to charge into them. Overwatch.
Yep, so 6 shots.
6 shots, hitting on 6s.
Yeah, these 6s do 3 hits.
All right, so that's 2. So that's an additional 2 for each. So that's going to be 6 shots. 6 hits, strength.
5.
Strength 5, so wounding on 3s.
So who did the first charge?
Wounding on 3s. This guy.
Okay.
Wounding on 3s. All right, so it is 5 wounds. 5 2-up saves. And he's good. His charge distance is not in. So now he is going to charge into him. 6 shots, Overwatch. No hits there. His charge distance is going to get him in. And then he's going to do the same with no Overwatch. I don't think 6 will get him in. So that is it for the charge phase. We'll come back to you with the fight phase. All right, starting off the fight phase, my tech marine is going to attack in. Yellow is going to be the servo arm, hitting on 4. The others are going to be hitting on 3s with the power axe. Alrighty. All hits, strength +2, so wounding on 2s. Okay, so that's 2 wounds. AP -2, but still 5-ups. Oh, this is one. All right, and then 5-up, ignoring it. No, so they are dead. All right, and that is the end of turn 5. So let's see if the game goes on. It does. We'll come back to you after movement phase. Movement phase, these guys all sort of like shuffled around. These guys moved over this way. He's moving up this way. He kind of moved back a bit, and they stood still. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the, oh no, he's going to try to heal him. D3. 1 wound. This squad here is going to fire
plasma into that guy.
Plasma into him, and the rest are going to go into my sergeant over there. So the plasma, 2 shots, hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 1 hit. Hitting, wounding on a 3. No wound. And then 9 shots into that guy over there. Hitting on 3s. All right. Wounding on strength 4, so 3, so wounding on 5s. All right, we got
2 damage to him.
2 damage because it's that, but it's only one wound. So 2 up save. He's good. Dominus is going to shoot into that guy over there. Hitting on 3s because he moved. All right. All right, so 3 hits, wounding on 3s. All right, so that's 3 wounds, 3 2-ups, and he's good. Neutron laser is going to fire into this guy, and the stubbers into this guy. So the neutron laser D3. That is 1 hit, 1 shot, wounding, hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2. That's a wound. AP minus 4. Yep. So he's got a 2-up save, becomes a 5-up save.
No,
that's a save. And now the stubbers and the other guy hitting on 3s. All right, strength 4, wounding on 4s. All right, so that's 3 wounds. 3 2-ups. And he's good. And then the other guy's gonna fire his neutron laser into him and then the stubbers into them. So neutron laser, D3. That's 3 shots, hitting on 3s. All right, rerolling 1s. All right, that's good. No, I made it down. So then that's wounding on 2s. All right, 2 wounds, 2 5-up saves. Oh, failed both. D6, right?
Yeah.
That one's cocked.
That's a minimum of 7. Yeah.
So that is 9. So he is totally dead. And the stubber into this guy here. All right, rerolling 1s. All right. Wounding on 4s. That's 2 wounds. 2 2-up saves. And he makes them. And these guys here are going to fire into my apothecary. 2 shots, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. All right, so that's 2 hits. Strength 7, wounding on 3s. Got 1 wound. AP minus 3, so 6-up save. That's a save with a fill phase. Woo! And he's going to fire all his weapons into him. So let's do the Eradicator first. D6. So 2 shots. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. All right, so that's 2 hits. Strength 6. 8. So wounding on 2s. That's 2 wounds. AP minus 2. Plus 1 for cover, so 4 ups. They're good. And now the stubber. That's 3 hits. Wounding on 4s. 3 wounds. 3 2-ups. And a fail 1. And that's it for the shooting phase. Charges, he's gonna charge it. They're gonna charge into him. So Overwatch, nope, nothing there. So let's see your charge distance. And they are in. All right, so he had his Canticles where the Electro Priest won. So that's on a 6, he takes a mortal wound. Nope. So now we will come back to you with their. We'll just come with you with their attack. So there's got 4 guys in there.
But 2 for the
2 for the sergeant. So 5 attacks total, hitting on 3s.
4s.
Oh, hitting on 4s.
And they
hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
All right. All right, now they're going to wound on 4s. All right, so that's 3 wounds, 3 3-ups. And he's good. And his attack's back. He's got 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. Oh, wounding on 3s. That's 1 wound. 4 up. No, so 1 is dead. And that is the end of the Ad Mech turn here on turn 5, and we are actually going to call it because there's nothing I can do to take down all of these guys. I might be able to take out 1 of these Dune Crawlers, but I am down. He has first blood, and he's up 3 in the kill point, so there's no way I was going to be able to come back from this in the 1.5, maybe 2 turns that I have left. So, yeah, that was super brutal. I really snowballed at the end there. It was really close, back and forth most of the game, which was pretty exciting. But they, yeah, really started to go downhill once he healed up all his things and took out all of my dangerous things that were taking him out there. So, yeah, that got really brutal, really fast, and it was just a lot of fun, though. I had a lot of fun. These guys they can throw some serious DACA down the board. So they are going to be a real a real thing to look out for in this edition. So yeah, you know, he had some tough luck in the beginning with his assassin and his infiltrators, and then we both had some really awful rolling for a while there. My las cannons rolling 2s to wound for days was not great. So yeah, I hope you guys have all enjoyed it. This is the first time I've seen the Ad Mech in the 8th edition, so I certainly was excited to see them, and it was interesting to see them. And this is the first time I've actually ever seen a brigade detachment run, which was awesome, with the 12 dice, and he used every single one of them. 12 command dice, every single one of them. Oh no, 11 command dice, because he had -1 because of the Calidus. So that was pretty crazy, but pretty awesome. So I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I certainly did. I have been Phil the Glacial Geek as always. My opponent's been Ben, and until next time, have fun.